from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, March 13th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Police in Wilkes-Barre are on the lookout for a man they say robbed the Turkey Hill on East Main Street Thursday night. According to police, the Turkey Hill has been hit by thieves 3 times in a matter of weeks. Police say the male suspect entered the store and demanded money from the clerk while police say a pocket knife was used with a silver blade on it. Once the money was obtained, the suspect fled the store on foot toward Scott Street. The suspect is described as a white male, approximately 5 feet 8 inches tall to 5 feet 9 inches tall. He has blonde hair, blue eyes, and was wearing a black or brown jacket with a hood and jeans at the time of the robbery. Anyone with information is asked to call the Wilkes-Barre Police Department at 570-826-8106. Police in Wilkes-Barre have released a photo of 2 men who allegedly stole from the local CVS pharmacy. No word from police what the pair stole or a complete description of those 2 men. Anyone with information, or if you can identify these men, you're asked to call Wilkes-Barre Police Patrolman Stan Wychalk at 570-208-6695. 4 people were arrested in Hanover Township after a series of drug arrests back in February. 2 of the suspects were taken into custody at the Crossroads Car Wash near the Sansui Parkway in early February. 29-year-old Joseph Cuss of Ashley and 28-year-old Jeffrey Welgosh of Hanover Township. Police uncovered heroin packets and a syringe. Both men were charged with possession of heroin and drug paraphernalia. On February 23rd, 31-year-old Michael Barkowitz and 31-year-old Kate Ann Taylor, both from Benton, were arrested in the parking lot of the Hanover Mall. Methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia were recovered after their arrests. Both were charged with possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. For the past 4 weeks, the Reliance Fire Company in Berwick has been cooking up Lenten meals for those in and around the Berwick area. Head chef and firefighter John Tigg says it's the company's only fundraiser of the year. Tigg also talked with us about what patrons can order when they stop by the firehouse every Friday during Lent.
Helps us buy fire equipment and other stuff to keep our billing going and our insurances and stuff like that. They're all good workers. They're all right here, right next to me. They come here. We start here at 3:30 in the morning on Friday, and during the week we start on Tuesday. Preparing the fish and cutting and preparing the rest of the food, making macaroni and cheese.
James Hartman from SB has been coming to the fire company every Friday for the past 3 years. He told WYLN while he loves coming to the Reliance Fire Company during Lent.
Because the fish is good. You always get lots and it's excellent, you know, and it's only $8 for a meal. No, everybody ought to come. They help the fire company here at Berwick, and the food is excellent, and we have a good time.
The Reliance Fire Company will continue their Lenten food sale every Friday until the end of Lent, which is April 3rd. A Penn State sophomore has been awarded the 2014-15 Can-Do Community Foundation Scholarship. Dury Martin Jr. is a 2006 graduate of Hazleton Area High School. He is currently majoring in information sciences and technology. 19 other scholarships have been awarded throughout the years. The foundation, which was started in 1992, supports students in advancing their education. The Can-Do Community Foundation Scholarship is fully endowed. To find out more about the program, you can visit CanDoCommunityFoundation.com. This Sunday, there will be a sea of green in downtown Wilkes-Barre for the 35th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. Thousands of people are preparing to line the streets Sunday afternoon. There are 4 grand marshals this year, and they include Ned McGinley, Joe Keating, Jim Gallagher, and Bob Mullery. Those 4 men will lead the parade into Public Square. WYLN is proud to once again bring you the parade live at 2 p.m. thanks to Service Electric Cable TV and Communications of Wilkes-Barre. Join myself, Gary Perna, Eric DeBaradinas, and Gabriella Justin as we announce the parade and speak to those hanging out and watching the parade. The parade will also be rebroadcast several times following the parade on Sunday. Once again, the 35th annual Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade is Sunday, March 15th, beginning at 2 p.m. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center. Joe, the Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade is this Sunday, as I just mentioned, and I know those attending this year's parade, and of course the crew here at WYLN, is hoping for a blue sky day. What can you tell us about our upcoming weekend?
Well, it may not be a blue sky day for Sunday, but I think the heaviest rain will be out of our area by then. Talking about the rain, well, we got some of that rain now coming out in western Pennsylvania, out in the Ohio Valley region. It's making its way toward the east, and as it makes its way toward the east, we're going to start to see the rain across our area as we head through tonight and as we head into tomorrow. Some of it could be heavy at times, but temperature-wise right now, above freezing, 43 now in Berwick, 44 in Bloomsburg, 41 in Monomoy City, and 44 degrees in Danville. We'll have the complete 7-day forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up, Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf was in Exeter this morning as part of his Schools That Teach tour to discuss the budget's historic investments in education. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with more details on our weekend forecast. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazelton's only local news broadcast, with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Penn State is right here in the Hazelton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here
or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazelton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-Hazelton.
Welcome to Fairway Chevrolet, Pennsylvania's #1 truck dealer. From the longest lasting, most dependable full-size pickup, the tough all-new Silverado, to the rugged 3500 Chevy dump truck, Fairway has your truck. Drive home in a brand new Chevy Silverado during Fairway Chevrolet's Truck Month, starting at $19,995 or $246 per month. Hey, no one beats a Fairway deal. Make no mistake about it, Fairway Chevrolet is Pennsylvania's #1 truck dealer.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational, speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
This morning, Governor Tom Wolf made an appearance at an Exeter at Wyoming Area Secondary Center to talk about his budget and what it means for education in Pennsylvania. WYLN stopped by the school and spoke with the governor. Since announcing the 2015-2016 budget for Pennsylvania, Governor Tom Wolf has visited dozens of schools and colleges in Pennsylvania as part of his Schools That Teach tour. Wolf said he wants those in education to understand this budget's historic investments in education. The budget will increase the state's share of funding for the public education system to 50% for the first time in at least 4 decades.
I don't think we're doing a fair job of funding our schools. And one of the things that I heard throughout my campaign, and I know Senator Yudichak and Representative Carroll and Representative Bazinski have heard throughout their campaigns, is that we have relied in the past too heavily on the property tax. So that property taxpayers are really stressed out. They're maxed out in terms of what they can pay, and that makes us make some maybe bad calculations when it comes to education. So I want to change the way we fund education. I want to reduce the reliance on the property tax. And what I talked about in my campaign, what I proposed in the budget is to shift the state's share of funding for public education from around 35% to 50%. And what that's going to mean is a huge drop in property taxes. And I want to have this be a dollar for dollar drop in property taxes.
State Senator John Udechak was also at Wyoming area this morning. He spoke with us about his thoughts on this year's budget and what he thinks it can do for Pennsylvania's education system.
Schools that teach and jobs that pay. That's the theme of the governor's budget. We're here to welcome the Wyoming Area School District, a great school district, to stress the importance of investing in our future, and that's investing in our children, investing in education, because education produces jobs that pay. More than $500,000 in new money for our schools, but also $5 million in property tax relief. $5 million. That is a tremendous step forward in eliminating property taxes as the primary source of funding for our schools.
Most of Governor Wolf's morning was spent with the students, teachers, and administration of Wyoming Area Secondary Center. Wolf says his budget proposes a $1.8 million increase in funding to the Wyoming Area School District. The district would also be provided with an allocation of more than $5 million in property tax relief.
We also need to invest more in education. And so this school district is going to get, under my plan, I'm proposing, I think, $1.8 million extra dollars just for this school district. And the reason I'm proposing both of those things is I want the tax relief for property tax owners, but we need to acknowledge in a society like ours, a limited government, a democracy, we believe in the free market. One very important investment we need to make in our own society is in education.
The biggest burden of property taxes is on homeowners, particularly our seniors. The average property tax bill in the Wyoming Area School District is about $1,400. The governor's proposal will drive out over $1,000. So think of that. Your property tax bill could go under $500 under the governor's proposal here in the Wyoming Area School District. If you're a senior with a property tax rent rebate, you can get a rebate of up to $650 in addition to another $1,000. That could eliminate your property tax bill as a senior if you qualify. That's incredible progress in changing how we fund our schools and eliminating property taxes in Pennsylvania.
Wolf says when it comes to property tax relief, other schools in Pennsylvania need to be funded fairly.
In 5 school districts in Luzerne County, it's actually over 80%. Northwest, Hanover, Nanticoke, Wilkes-Barre, and Hazleton. Did I get them right? Yeah. Those 5 have over 80%, up to 95% drop in their property taxes. So that's a separate issue. Then that's a really, on its own, a really important issue, because we have got to, if we're going to address education challenges effectively, we've got to make sure that we are fairly funding the schools that we have, and that starts with doing something about the property tax, not just nibbling around the edges, but something big. So that's why I point out that there are 5 school districts of the 11 in Luzerne County that are going to get over 80%. The homestead and farmstead owners are going to get an 80% or more improvement drop in their property taxes.
The governor left Wyoming area this afternoon to head to Lock Haven University to continue his Schools That Teach tour. Administrators at Wyoming area said they were thrilled that the governor picked their district to speak at, among the many others in Pennsylvania. Coming up next, meteorologist Joe Garbacek will be back with another look at our forecast. And hopefully the rain will stay away for Sunday's St. Patrick's Day Parade in Wilkes-Barre. Plus, 4 Hazleton area high school seniors are working on a senior project to teach younger children about dance and culture in the Hazleton area. Stay tuned.
Hey kids, I'm home.
Dad, it's cold in here.
Oh, it's not cold in here, it's warm in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn this down because I got to save money for tax preparation.
Honest Abe's, your tax partner, giving free advice year-round. 310 South Church Street in Hazleton. Call them at 570-861-8297. Don't stress, pay less.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Get your green on and join us for the Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade, Sunday, March 15th. Parade coverage starts at 2 p.m. live on WYLN TV 35. Thousands of spectators, vintage vehicles, local talent, floats, marching bands, and more. The Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade, Sunday, March 15th. Parade coverage starts at 2 p.m. on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Well, the stage is set. Those clouds continue to be on the increase and thicken. We still are relatively dry across the northeast, but it is feeling damp when you walk outside. That rain is coming into our area. Here's a look at the map for the day, and that rain's been out toward the south and west, so we've been on a dry side of things. And temperature-wise, a little bit cooler than what we've seen over the past week or so, but still not bad considering we are in March, and we definitely know the ups and downs that March may bring. However, we do have that rain that is going to start coming into our area. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. It's still dry across northeastern Pennsylvania, but those clouds, like I said, continue to be on the increase. The rain is out toward the west, and it is all rain. Temperatures continuing to remain above freezing. We're at 35 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton, and at most we may drop another degree, but that's it. We're going to stay above freezing as we head through tonight. 43 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 36 in Mount Pocono. It is now 43 in Williamsport and Selinsgrove. Take a look at Erie and Pittsburgh. Temperatures in the 50s. Next few hours across our area will stay dry through 9, 10, 11. That rain will start to get near our area, but we'll stay above freezing. Satellite and radar, one heck of a storm. Plenty of rain from Oklahoma through Missouri, Arkansas, parts of southern Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, making its way toward the north and east, and we're going to start to see it as we go through tonight. Notice a couple of shades of pink showing up, maybe an isolated area or two that may have a tad bit of some freezing rain, but again, nothing prolonged, not really expecting any icing events or any bad problems out there on the roadways. And then going into tomorrow, the first part of it, we'll have to deal with that rain, and then it'll start to taper off to some showers as we progress throughout the daytime hours of our Saturday. And there could be some areas of fog to contend with also. And then early next week, it's going to be fairly quiet, and then another shot of some colder air comes into our area by the middle part of next week. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect. About 43 for tomorrow. A lot of clouds around for Sunday. It'll be windy, about 37, 47 for Monday, in the upper 30s for Tuesday, and upper 30s to near 40 degrees for the most part of all of next week. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers: the pick 2, 36, the pick 3, 899, and a pick 4, 7809. We'll have more for you coming up after the break.
At Cuck's Turkey Farm, we are family-owned and operated for over 45 years, and we consistently strive to produce premium poultry. We offer the finest all-natural country poultry, antibiotic-free, all-vegetarian fed with superior white meat yield and exceptional flavor. So we invite you to experience the unique natural taste of our poultry for your enjoyment and your health. Give us a call or stop in today.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
4 Hazleton area juniors are using their time and talents to help enrich the lives of younger children at the Hazleton One Community Center. Our Julie Stefanovich has more on this story.
4 seasoned dancers with Fabulous Follies Dance and Tumble chose to use their talents to teach younger children about dance and culture in the Hazleton region. The juniors, who represent schools throughout the area, are doing their senior projects at the Hazleton One Community Center. The Dance Integration Project was the brainchild of Hazleton Area High School junior Elizabeth Littleton.
I thought it would be a good idea to get my friends together, and I approached Ms. Fabergé with my idea that we could somehow teach dance to the kids at Community One. What we're doing is we're also trying to teach the cultures of Hazleton into our project, and I think that's a really cool idea also, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Ms. Fabergé asked each of the dancers to pick a country that was part of the heritage of Hazleton decades ago.
And I also had the idea then that perhaps we could have more than just a tap dance class, but also an educational idea. I've found over the years that many of my students, my young students, are unaware of the heritage in Hazleton. They don't really know about how our town was built on the back of the anthracite miner. They're not really aware of the different immigration countries that immigrated here.
It's all about teamwork, according to Marion High School junior Nicole Ambrook. The younger students are also responding well to the project.
They seem to really enjoy it. We've only been there for 1 week, but so far it's been good. So we're hoping to get more and more kids to come. It's only $25 for 8 weeks, so hopefully we'll have a better turnout over the next couple of weeks. We're very excited about it.
Sarah Madarella is from Polish descent and also represents the Hazleton Area Academy of Sciences.
We want to bring knowledge of the diversity in Hazleton and the cultures that originated here. And for my poster, I chose Poland, mostly because I'm Polish, and so is Ms. Fabergé. I've been dancing with her for 14 years, and I would love to share my talent and knowledge about dance and culture with these children.
Nicole Smith has been dancing for the past 12 years and is proud to be part of the Fabulous Four.
Started when I was 3 years old, and I've been dancing for 12 years. We go to many different competitions in and out of the state. It is very competitive, and it involves a lot of teamwork and cooperation with all of our other dancers.
Why Ireland?
Happy to choose Ireland because tap dance originated from there.
The kids at the Hip Center are learning aspects of music, dance, food, and culture through the program, and the teens are happy to share their knowledge with the youngsters. For more information on the program, you can log on to FabergéFollies.biz. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Coming up next, Eric DeBardinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we were talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Last year, Holy Redeemer girls basketball advanced to the AAA state semifinals. Tonight, the Lady Royals looking for a return trip to the Final Four, but up against new competition in AA and District 1's St. Basil Academy. The Lady Panthers upset York Catholic in the second round and possess some scary matchup problems in the form of Karen Lapkowitz and Natalie Kukowski. The last time out, Lapkowitz played all 5 positions on her way to a 20-10 performance, while the 6'2" Kukowski collected 12 blocks. But the Lady Royals have Alexis Lewis, one of the state's best players, and even after a slow start against North Schuylkill, the seniors showed the ability to take over at any moment.
Alexis had 2 shot attempts in the first 12 minutes of the game. That can't happen. Not when she's one of the top players in the state of Pennsylvania. She has to be more assertive, and she knows that. When I talked to her at halftime, she's one of those kids that handles things well. She came out in the second half and she responded, and boy, she responded big. It gave us a huge boost, and the rest of the kids just fed off of her energy.
I mean, each time it gets tougher, we just have to keep preparing, keep staying together and playing like we know how to play, and we'll get there. I mean, the first half we started off slow. We weren't playing together like the Royals that we normally play as. Halftime, we got the best pep talk we've ever gotten. We came out strong, we opened it up, and we played like the team we are.
Tip-off set for 7:30 at Freedom High School in Bethlehem. Before that game and others across the state tonight, a ritual will be performed by every starter on every team. We explore the wide world and array of pregame handshakes. Before the opening tip, before the national anthem, before the coach's last words, comes player introductions. And with that, the opportunity to showcase some showmanship in the form of pregame handshakes.
I actually think that it does calm you, because it's like, well, it's going to let a little nerves out, and it's just something a little fun to get a smile on your face.
We don't know the origins of the pregame handshake line, but we do know that it has become just as much of a fabric as the jerseys on a player's backs. There's the salute, the superhero, the dance move, the fake out, the elaborate, and there's a different thought process for each player and each team.
A few weeks before the season thinking about it, because I had a few options, but then you had to set one in the night before the game.
Pretty much the only story is I didn't know what else to do. It's actually really hard to come up with them. I mean, you think they might be on YouTube or something, but it's not what you think.
I picked Jason Richmond because he's a senior and he was supposed to start and he got injured, so we want him to do it and be part of our team. And I'm loving it that he's part of it.
There's also the get everyone involved, the let's get the kids involved, the Muhammad Ali, the chest bump, the hip bump, a recent development, the selfie, the Fresh Prince, which went off air before any current high schoolers were born, and of course, the actual handshake. In conclusion, there are about as many variations as defensive looks or sets in a playbook. Ultimately, it's a fun display of individuality amidst a team sport, a routine without winners or losers. Well, for most.
That's me. I have the best. Why? I don't know. I look the best out there.
Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast. Stay tuned.
Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt.
I'm good.
Working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
Okay. I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hey, we got the rain moving closer, and it's a whopper of a storm, if you will. Plenty of rain to contend with. Notice this is all rain, which means temperatures continue to be above freezing. And for our neck of the woods, we're going to continue to see those temperatures above freezing this evening, tonight, going into tomorrow. That's the good news. So this is going to be all rain. Now, there may be an isolated location for just a short time that may get a pocket of a little bit of some freezing rain, but not expecting anything significant, not expecting any icing out there. So that's the good news. And then as we head into tomorrow, you know what? We're going to be dealing with some leftover rain and some rain showers. So going into this evening, it stays dry, but then that rain starts to move in as we go through tonight. And as we head into tomorrow, we're going to have to deal with that rain across our area. But then I think the bulk of it, everything should be out here. As we start going into our Sunday, it's going to be cloudy. And we're going to have to deal with a little bit of the wind out there. And we may have to deal with that for that St. Patrick's Day parade on Sunday. But at least that heavy rain will be out of here. You know, we still can't, you know, we can throw in a rain or snow shower mix, but that's about it at most. Enjoy it.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to figure it out. But I was just talking to Eric about the best story I've ever seen. I mean, that was awesome. I never even thought about it because I played basketball myself, but I actually can't even remember it.
You don't remember?
It's been a while.
It's been a while?
It's been a while.
Well, we'll have to work on ours. We've been working a little bit. We'll debut, we promise, Monday's newscast.
Monday's newscast, you were going to see the WYLN handshake because everybody in the studio is trying to come up with one.
We'll work on it. It takes a
Well,
while.
a whole group effort. We'll see you on Sunday for the parade.